Hey, what's going on, guys? So, I want to make a very quick video, and this video is going to basically be about, it's really more of a warning for the ladies. I mean, this one's for you guys. This one's for you ladies out there. Um, it's what happens when you choose the bad boy, and I want to be very clear about this, is that you guys need to choose better men. That's all I'm saying. I'm just I'm just saying you guys need to choose better men and you guys need to slow down with some choices you're making. Okay? And I only say this out of compassion and concern. I've seen this in my own family. I will not name any names, but I've seen this in my own family ruin their lives because of excitement, of chasing the dragon, chasing the fantasy. It does not work. It does not work. It only leaves you in ruin. So I knew a girl. Yeah, it always starts that way. I knew a girl and she was attractive, she was nice, but she was hurt. She was mentally damaged and all she knew was chaos. Now, she saw me as like a Steve Urkel and she saw me as a friend and I was cool. And this is about 10 years ago. It was about 10 to 12 years ago. We were in our 20s. But she hung out with everyone but me. He gave everyone a chance but me. And the thing is that I didn't mind that. If I wasn't her preference, that's fine. But um kept needing help. Kept complaining to me about why there were no good men. And it was kind of funny. It was a little bit funny to kind of see her. It's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's ironic. It's a little bit ironic to see her complain about there's no good men. And one time I told her, women often complain about the men that they date, or women date the men they complain about. That's what I told her. I told her women often uh, date the men they complain about because you guys are sick, and she took great offense to that. But I told her, but look what you're dealing with. You're dealing with the drug addicts, the drug dealers. There was one time where she slept with two guys on the same day. Um, this was a bit unorthodox, and I didn't agree with this. And I really didn't like this at all, but she pulled me aside and admitted to me that she had a pregnancy scare because she slept with a drug dealer and she slept with someone else who was a heroin addict, and got out of jail for some CP stuff. And apparently she thought that was a better choice than anyone else. I To this day I do not understand that. But anyway, when she had a pregnancy scare, she ran to me and she said, "Hey, would you take care of the kids for me? Would you step up and be a stepdad?" And I said, "No, I'm not doing that." There was no reason for me to save her off of the choices she made. And she needed to make a family with whoever the dad was. That's who she really liked. And other than the one guy, if she wanted a drug dealer as a dad, not the best choice, but that's not my choice to make. And it's not my responsibility. I told her that to her face in front of her friends. And once again, her friends were a little bit mad at me, but it was kind of like, look, we're not doing anything. So there was this one time, there was one time where I was talking to her and I was like, look, this is after the pregnancy scare. After that, she was not pregnant. She dodged a big bullet, but basically, she was a little bit slowed down after that. She's kind of started looking around and seeing who was a better mate, and then she kind of She didn't really give me a chance, but I kind of shoot my shot. And then this is like 2009. This is like 2009, 2008, a long time ago. And she was sitting there saying like, I like you and all, but um, I don't like you in that way, and the way how you see me, which is, you know, you liking me and all. It's weird. So here I was in a car with this, girl, and I was like 2021, okay, and I was sitting there saying, hey, after, I know that you don't have the baby and stuff because um you dodged that bullet, but let me guide you to peace. And I told her that. I told her, let me guide you to goodness and righteousness. And she said, because of that, because I wanted to spend time with her and just teach her things and talk to her about why are you choosing the guys you're choosing? You want to hang out? You want to go to a movie and talk? I'll pay for dinner, because we worked at the same place. Um, she sat there and said that I was weird. She said I was weird. That was the last time I really talked to her because there was no real point. I saw her fade away. I saw her mentally fade away when she looked at me. And that's okay. So I really just wanted to give the girls a warning. When you choose the bad boy and you have kids by him, you're stuck. There's no coming back from that. I can't compete with that. No one can. You like that person enough to have kids by him, to have kids with him. And that gives out a signal to all future male mates. That's who you really like. That's who you're bonded to. And the spiritual and the physical and emotional and sexual, whatever. You really about that life. Just think about who you're sleeping with, okay? And use protection, please. And get tested before you do anything, please. It saves you a lot of heartache. And same thing with the guys. And yeah, that's really about it. That's really about it. And be careful out there, okay, guys? Okay. All right. Bye.